Well, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Exciting. More races. Let's go. It is I, that llama girl, aka Llama. I am joined by the wonderful Wef Jebster. Duo combo here that we just had yesterday, actually. We're getting through these races pretty quick.
Yeah,
And
hello.
hello. We will be dropping the gate pretty soon. We have a LunarRayGames versus LordFizzlebeef here. Very exciting. LunarRayGames won his previous match and now is going up against LordFizzlebeef, who did so well in the qualifier, pushed one step up.
Yep. One of 6 runners that got a below 40-minute run in the qualifier. So
very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. So and Bodhi won his first round. So it'll be a really interesting race to see what's going on here as our runners get started.
Yep, waiting for that stream delay.
Yep.
Just filling that dead air. So any minute now, we're gonna get started.
And
so right about this would be so much more funny if it actually happened soon.
Yeah, no, usually we have someone has there it is. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
All right. We are started. Okay. Welcome. This is technically a second round race. They start with Empire Orb.
Not plus, but plain. That's good.
Hey, you know what? It's better than anything else normal. Like it's just shy of a plus orb, really. And here's corruption. So that's plus. So Nether's plus.
Yeah,
good information.
Corruption is not the best spell because it charges up souls as you kill enemies, but it will lose those souls anytime you warp or switch orb set, so just doesn't work out as the best use, but it does have a little radius that always hits, which I believe is light-based?
Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's aura-based, I believe, and then the little duders are light-based. So the little charges. So the charges, wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well then, that's certainly a first couple set items. That is a pyramid warp and the Timespinner wheel. For those who are unfamiliar with Timespinner wheel is one of the 5 pieces of the Timespinner that we're going to need to find in order to beat this game. We do have the wheel, so we have access to 1 warp over here. Fizzlebeef deciding, no thanks. LunarRayGames going over saying, you know what, I want this warp. And there is a treasure chest over here. So Briefly,
I do want to say thank you to Bonsai for being up at 3 a.m. to help set up this stream.
Yes.
What a champ.
What a champ. I hope Bonsai is already
asleep.
Bonsai. I hope. Yes.
Please leave.
Hey,
go sleep.
There's a succubus hairpin in the cave, so we'll see what Bodhi gets here. Because if this is important, it might not be something that LordFizzlebeef gets for a bit. Just a sanguine ring, though, and some information that blood is going to be minus.
But because we are playing with Unchained keys, which means they have the Twin Pyramid keys fast warp at the start, going left here from the NPC camp is not as much of a gamble as it used to be.
Ooh. Wow.
Checking.
That's Eye Orb plus for our runners. Both of our runners are going to be getting one of the best orbs in the game.
Also, I believe we saw on LunarRayGames' side checking the map to see that Lake Serene is drained.
Ooh.
And so continuing on to the left.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
He does not have the risk of canter and block. Oh. Is he gonna okay.
Being bothered by bees.
Yes. So he's not at risk for being canter and locked because he does have a way up to the top path of Lake Serene. So this is just, I guess, opening up mobility for later in the seed. I would be very surprised if we saw a canter and fight here. This is probably the earliest divergence we have had in a bit. So
yeah,
we're going to try and keep up with both of our runners here. LordFizzlebeef does have Time Stop and Succubus Hairpin, so Bombardiers is not abandoned. Oof. Yep.
Come on, stupid little bird.
There you go. And he's just trying to get that eternal code on the ledge.
Man. Come on.
All right, so we'll see Fizzlebeef checking the moat. There you go.
There you go.
And that is an eternal coat. So, eternal coat, best armor in the game. It is the best for your attack and defense. There's pretty much no downside to equipping it. So, yeah, we have one runner going left side, one runner going right side. Bodhi will unfortunately have to abandon that chest.
On Empress the right.
So the early gear, kind of looking good.
Yeah. Much better than the other one I saw where there was no gear.
Yeah. That was unfortunate. All right, so Bodhi's actually going under because he might be, he's probably going to grab the save. He might be setting up a save scum here, actually.
Yeah.
Fizzlebeef revisiting, having the same problem with Bombardier.
No! Stupid Bombardiers.
Oh, the Bombardiers. He just doesn't have enough sand.
Yep. We'll come back.
One max stand up, and he's got that, no problem. But
we'll come back. Yeah. It'll be fine.
All right.
Card.
Very early.
This is some weird stuff going on here.
Can't use it yet, but as their only key card, that when they get present access, they do not have present access. Kobo. When they do have present access, that opens up some pretty late game areas, including one that they are both going to have access to, assuming Bodhi goes to the right of camp, which the longer we go, the more I'm like, well, what if you find something like really crazy and he just doesn't go?
Rest in peace, dog.
Yeah. Now the real tragic thing here is if Bodhi goes to the right first and gets that succubus hairpin, he's got everything over here, and unfortunately this does mean that he is abandoning some checks, but and he's also not going to be able to get the Maw Warp, but Azure Queen's over here. He's got one more treasure chest to get. So we'll see what is behind the boss over here, and again, we're going to try and keep up with both of our runners since they are doing things that are drastically different, and it is still early in the seed. We have just a max health up for Fizzlebeef there. You'll see our runners.
And also LunarRayGames.
Yes.
Max health everywhere.
Yes. Just so much max health early. There are a lot of them in the seed, but yeah, it's...
Now, Fizzlebeef, I don't think has warped yet.
Fizzlebeef has not warped yet. Neither has LunarRayGames.
No. I just mention it because heading into the castle, it's always good to have that warp available. But it's not as important unless you've gone up into the tower area.
That is a blade orb. All right, and this is Zarian at Azure Queen.
Okay.
So we're seeing right here the downside of corruption. Due to the way it works, whenever you do a teleport to a new area in the game, you lose all your corruption charges. However, all of these worms count for corruption charges. So if you have early corruption, this is pretty much the best time to have it. I don't see any real downside to having it. This is the best case scenario for corruption. So that was a great fight. Great fight for LunarRayGames there. Bleak Ring plus, so we know blue is plus, and Aura Blast is plus.
Not bad. If they find it.
If they find it.
And there was not much to the left beyond Kobo.
Yeah, I think Bodhi might be a little upset when he gets that first treasure chest. Succubus hairpin.
We'll see if he does a little rage dance when he sees it.
Could be. He does like to rage dance.
He did one when he kept
treasure chests. He likes to.
When he missed that jump a few times, he crouched a few times.
That's a silence ring plus on Lord Fizzlebeef's side. Not really interesting right now, but that means Shattered Orb and Bombardment are plus.
Yes. All possible good things.
Yeah, a lot of plus going on here. And there's the Succubus hairpin. No rage dance. He's probably
Gotta
in a
keep
rush.
Going.
Yeah.
There's too many bats for rage dancing.
This might be the most we see corruption in the entire tournament.
And hey, like you said, it was the best situation for it. We had an early Zarian.
Oh, Bodhi also got the Empire Crown drop from the bat, or the rat. So
those rats are just, running empires.
Yeah.
left and right.
So that's good luck for both of them. That would have been a pretty big damage advantage for Fizzlebeef if Bodhi didn't get that. So they're even there.
And we're seeing Bodhi go down here to
that ledge. He's got access to it due to time stop, but he got the chaos trap.
For
he
once,
got a chaos trap.
There's the
rage dance. He got the chaos trap.
At least
so
there's a save right here.
The save. Is that the first time we've seen a trap matter in this tournament?
I was going to say, it's probably the first time a trap has mattered in the tournament.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
It's another trap.
Chaos trap. Oh, man.
Okay.
All right. So he got a Scythe Ring. He's going to go ahead and equip it there. He's got to make sure to unequip that before doing a couple later things in the game that might actually hurt him more than help. Grabs the portal.
And back out.
Fizzlebeef going to go ahead and fight the twin spot. We'll see what's there. And it's Canterin. Eye Orb is going to do some work here, especially plus. You have a good section of time where Canterin's just kind of standing perfectly still. So not a bad time to fight Canterin here. And as I'm remembering about corruption, it's not radiant. The little bullets aren't radiant damage. They are neutral damage. They are completely untyped.
Waffle mentioned that earlier, but the commentary didn't have a space for us to mention it.
The commentary,
aka you.
I know. I'm just so talkative.
You're so hyped, to be honest. You just had a seed that you went through, and stuff happened. Mm-hmm. And now you're here.
It's okay. We're all fine here. It just occurred to me, Fizzlebeef lowered or raised the moat. He didn't have to because he had a Succubus hairpin.
Could be just didn't think about it.
Yeah, no.
There's just a pattern you get into.
That is a pattern that you get into. Especially with these seeds, like we have not been used to early vertical, because you can do a lot in this flag set without vertical, and it's not even necessarily required that you have to go to Alana's towers.
And there is a fire source in there.
Fizzlebeef didn't get that because he bounced out of it.
Yep. So
if that's our only available fire source, that might be a big deal.
Could be a big deal. So those of you not in the know, there are some vines that you saw on Bodhi's side as he went through the upper Lake Serene that you can burn, which open up some checks in the present.
Yeah.
We'll see if that matters.
Yeah, and if there are 4 sources of fire in the game, it's the 3 fire orb items plus Jin Inferno. So if we don't find any of those other fire sources, that's something to watch out for on Lord Fizzlebeef's side. We'll see if Lord Fizzlebeef here is going to scale all of Alana's tower with just wheel and hairpin. He would have to abandon 1 check if he did so.
Yes. Or more, depending on your struggle juggle skills.
I believe in Fizzlebeef. I think Fizzlebeef can do struggle juggle.
All right. Well, probably
he's going to do at least the easy struggle juggle right here. So we'll see. We'll see how the struggle juggle is going.
The training session of struggle juggle. Got to get this ice guy to shoot at you.
That is not the struggle juggle.
It is not. It is a little difficult to get on top of that ice beam. You have to try and aim a lot higher than you expect.
All right, so Fizzlebeef. All right,
Good technique. Good technique.
Easy.
And
got an old code out of it.
Great.
All right, so LunarRayGames. Oh, there's Light Wall. Oh, wow. That is our infinite vertical. So, as we see Bodhi kind of following in the footsteps, we're going to see basement loop from Bodhi. We'll see if he actually stops by the twins and fights them, or if he's going to go straight to Alana. Some of our runners have been going right to Alana if they can get there, because it gives them access to the warp shards early. Plus, again, you don't necessarily have to kill the twins. It's kind of out of the way. So, it may be worth it to skip them entirely. And just if you find out that you need to kill them, you can come back at like level 1 billion and kill them in 2 seconds.
Yes. And they're not like too much of a jog from any warp point. It's not, right there, but it's not the worst.
Yeah. Of note, still no fire in Alana's tower. Still really nothing at all in Alana's tower. Never mind. So
never mind.
That is the security keycard B. That's going to be really important once our runners reach the present.
Possibly.
Bodhi not getting the information that shattered his plus, but he'll get it later.
He'll get it.
All right. Fizzlebeef's going to be going up the right side of the tower real quick here. Fizzlebeef didn't skip the shop. I didn't see him stop there, so that means he didn't get warp shards. Also, he still hasn't warped.
Yes. That might be a bit of a doozy. All right, struggle juggle number 2.
Yeah, here we go. He's got a lot more sand than he did earlier. The demon's playing ball. Good job. Easy. It's a gilded egg.
It's nothing.
Well, and a modern warp beacon. There's our modern access. Fizzle warped. Okay.
All right. Someone's paying more attention than we are.
And stopped by the shop. Okay. Well, what do I know?
We're just the commentators. We don't know anything.
We're just the ones who are supposed to be watching what the runners are doing and commentating on it. He did shop before early struggle. Okay. I thought he jumped. Oh, yeah. He had to because he went up with the wheel double jump because he couldn't otherwise.
Yeah, I thought I saw it, but it happened so fast I could have imagined it. So,
yep.
Okay. Now let's see what is up in Alana's spot.
Yep. Looks like a royal
pink.
Ring. That is our first
source.
pink item, which is an item that is pink.
It's Alana as Alana.
It is Alana as Alana. We do have a pink item here, which does mean that on the way out of the Royal Towers, our runners can open up a door that gives them 2 more item checks. It's good to kind of have that in stride, although Fizzlebeef, having completed the rest of Alana's tower, is going to be warping here anyway. So, and also it does look like Bodhi is stopping and doing the twins. So, it's going to be a pretty easy fight. Bodhi's actually got a little bit more damage because of the Eternal Coat and a couple levels that he got from Lake Serene.
Ooh!
That is a Teleria attachment. That is our fast movement. We have a lot of movement now. Everything but the infinite vertical from Celestial Sash.
All right, then.
All right.
That's some zoomies there. The good news is that Bodhi will be finding that, provided he continues on up through Alana's tower in a similar fashion.
Yeah, he might fade it. Specifically, I mean, if he was fading it, he would probably stop by this warp, grab the warp, and then leave. So we have Zarian Entrance, Modern Warp, and we saw on Fizzlebeef's side a Temporal Gyre on the Pyramid side. So technically, the entire pyramid is clearable right now with Light Wall Skip.
If you're good at Light Wall Skip.
If you are good at Light Wall Skip. And it is technically in logic because of the double jump that they have. Actually, because of the light wall they have, I don't think double jump is even part of it. Because you can always grind for ethers.
Checking how many warp shards that he had. He has 1. Bodhi side. And looks like he is going to do the tower, which is
There's
good.
our Shattered Plus. Yeah, I think he's going to do the tower. I mean, unless he stops and gets warp shards. He does have 1 warp shard, though. And really, until...
Waffle does have a really good point. The pyramid could be flooded.
The pyramid could be flooded. That is true. We did not see on the map. We only saw on the teleporter, which does not highlight your... it doesn't highlight what you have available. Lord Fizzlebeef getting a shield ring. Doing these bottom of Lake Desolation checks.
But that is good news that LunarRayGames is heading into Alana Tower because, as we know, the Talaria attachment can really make up lost time. And if one runner finds it and the other doesn't, it just kind of sets the tone for the seed for the rest of it.
Yeah, and I also want to point out Lord Fizzlebeef found the glass pumpkin on his side, which is pretty important when you are rocking the wheel and you're trying to do as much time stop as possible. What the glass pumpkin does is it doubles the amount of time you can freeze time. Basically cuts in half how quickly your sand drains.
Yep, which while we don't necessarily need time stop for movement anymore, it is very handy for getting through corridors without having to worry about enemies.
It's true. Fizzlebeef going to be heading into